Good morning to my TSTA family. Isn't it great to be together under one roof with our fellow educators, members, and social justice warriors? You know, as your president, I've traveled this great state, from local to local and campus to campus, recruiting and identifying new leaders, and being the cafeteria there at Edgar Middle School, and the teacher's lounge at Copperfield Elementary in Pflugerville, or in Killeen, where we spent several days and recruited over 100 new members and identified 25 new leaders in 1 week. We've attended school board meetings together, whether it was in Sleda, in Austin or Brownsville, where we've advocated and won policy changes that benefit our members. We've attended community meetings where we've called for social justice at an immigration session rally. We had conversations with students leading up to an empowerment evening there in Port Arthur with our members. Everywhere that we've been together, we've stood tall, proud for our neighborhood public schools. Team TSTA, wherever you are, wherever we are, together under one roof, or spread across Texas, local by local, I am proud to be one of you, standing together for our public schools. A couple of weeks ago, I waited several hours to testify against the voucher bill before the Senate Committee on Education. I heard witness after witness, pro-voucher witness after pro-voucher witness, and senator after pro-voucher senator use the words failing schools this, failing schools that, failing schools here. It's like they were getting paid for every word that every time they use the word failing. And during my testimony, I told the committee that decades of research show that on average, private school vouchers and schools that accept those vouchers perform no better than public schools. And many perform worse. And after hours of hearing this failing schools mantra, it was clear who is failing. And it's not us. And it's not our students. It's the office holders who chant that rhetoric of failing schools. The ones who cut funding, the ones who rob us of our time to teach with their high-stakes test. A few days later, some of you, and hundreds others, students, parents, educators, and even some of our legislators from both political parties came together on the steps of the Capitol to stand up for public schools. We proudly flew that flag. High school band was there playing, and yes, as a fellow tuba player, it was great seeing those tuba kids out there. We had a music teacher who sang such a beautiful song of hope, showcasing the talent that we have in our public schools. And students, elected officials, and educators shared their stories and our stories about the value of our public schools. And on that bright, sunny, and hopeful Saturday morning, we talked about what is possible, not failure. We were filled with the knowledge that we live in an exceptional country. And perhaps the most exceptional thing about America is our belief that every child should have that opportunity to succeed and achieve their dreams. Think about it. It's truly an exceptional idea. And at the heart of our exceptional belief and opportunity, we find the public schools where we work and teach and do exceptional things every single day. For generations, public schools have been a beacon of hope for American families and those that risk everything to get here and seek the American dream for their own families. But the best things don't come easy. Throughout our history, countless heroes have worked to deliver the exceptional promise of America to every school, in every neighborhood, where no child is ever turned away. When some children were denied opportunity, we marched, we organized and cast our votes to make sure that no child is denied the right to a quality education. And as educators, we keep that promise alive because we believe that the exceptional is possible. But we can never take our public schools for granted. Not now. When we are under attack by the politicians who lead that failing schools chorus. Not now. When Betsy DeVos, who knows nothing about public schools, wants to dismantle them. And not now. When Dan Patrick attacks our ability to spend our hard-earned paychecks as we please because we work to defeat his privatization agenda. And not now and not ever. That's why Team TSTA is organizing local by local, community by community, and campus by campus. There are some in power, and one in particular, who will tweet their dark message of failure in the middle of the night and dominate cable television. But when we organize, we have something that the Trumps and the Dan Patricks and the Betsy DeVoses don't have. We have the exceptional power of community, collaboration, and courage. That power that builds when one of us stands up on our campus, when another speaks up in our community, when we organize to demand better for our students and our fellow educators. Just take a moment to consider what we have done and what we can do. Because we believe that public schools should offer the opportunity to every single child. You have organized to pass Safe School Zone resolutions in San Antonio, in Laredo, in Austin, Dallas, Edgewood, Isleta, and Donna, and at least, and at least 17 other locals right now are working to get this resolution adopted to make our campuses places where students can learn without fear. To learn without that fear that their family might be torn apart. That mom and dad might be deported if they come to that parent-teacher conference. or that they may be bullied simply for being different. Because we believe that every worker should be treated with respect and dignity. You have organized a long due process rights for ESPs in Del Valley, Brownsville, McAllen, and Ghana. And others are currently organizing campaigns for our ESPs. Because we believe that teachers should be valued as professionals. We have organized and trained hundreds of members around the new TSTA teacher evaluation system and demand a system that will help us master our craft instead of one that punishes us based on STAR test scores. Because we believe that teachers, ESPs, parents, and community leaders should have a meaningful voice in making policy that impacts our ability to educate our students and our children. We have organized locals all across the state to stop districts of innovation from adopting harmful policies that could lead to overcrowded classrooms, loss of teacher contract rights, weaker certification standards, and more. Because we believe that student success is inevitably tied to our ability and the quality of teaching in our campus environment. We have organized for better salaries and healthcare benefits, persisted and won a 10-year battle to secure back pay for teachers in Isleta, and organized on other local issues of critical importance to educators and students. Because we believe and know that everyone who works in a public school is affected by the decisions made by our elected officials. We have organized to elect school board members and legislators from both political parties. Because we must have elected officials who will work with us to adopt policies that benefit our students, our fellow educators, and our neighborhood public schools. Because we believe our retired members have organized across the state to register new voters in their communities, to show up at school board meetings and when called and lock off with active members to elect friendly school board members. We organize because we do believe in the promise of opportunity that makes public education exceptional. We organize because the fight to save our public schools is a fight to preserve and build a more exceptional country for every one of us, not just a few. We organize because our children's future is not for sale. You know, most Texans, both Democrats and Republicans, believe in what we believe. That we should invest more in public education. That high-stakes testing should be eliminated. That teachers in our local schools do a great job and should be treated like professionals. And they do not believe our schools are failing or that they should be privatized. So Team TSTA, we know what we must do, but will we? When Donald Trump appointed Betsy DeVos, a wealth terrorist who had never set foot in a public school, to be Secretary of Education, did we shrug and say there was nothing we could do about it? No. Over 1 million of us came together across the country to call and write and stand up for our public schools. When Dan Patrick declared vouchers the civil rights issue of our time while working to defund our public schools, did we quietly hope privatization forces would just go away? No. Hundreds of us have contacted our legislators and demanded that they stand up for public schools. When so-called reformers promote test-based schemes like A through F, a system that stigmatizes communities and punishes campuses as failures, will we just hope that somebody else will stop them? No! We will not accept a grading system based primarily on test scores, or when a superintendent or school board member tries to quickly adopt a district of innovation that could lead to larger class sizes or longer days without pay. Do we sit quietly and play it safe? No! Why? Because our public schools make America exceptional. We are Team TSTA. We stand up for our students. We stand up for our educators. We stand up for our communities, and now more than ever, my fellow delegates and TSTA family, now more than ever, we need to stand up for public schools.